Ready, Freddy.
I see what you did there.
It's a rhyme.
Well, and it's Freddy Day.
What does that mean? It's Freddy Day. True. Okay.
It's Freddy Day. We're starting with Freddy.
We're starting. Tyler.
That's me.
I have an idea.
Okay.
And it's the biggest brain idea I've ever had. It's like...
That's a big statement.
Infinite brain cells. It's like...
Yeah.
I took the drug from Limitless, and all I did was make this idea. That's how massive we're talking. Okay.
Drum roll.
So we're off angle.
Yes, officially.
Because we're a little off.
Just a little.
But what if
Yeah.
there was another podcast
On angle.
called On Angle, where we're not weird and we're just
normal.
We're unemotional, just like
By the
analytical talking, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
But that's just part one.
Okay.
Then it's gonna be garbage, horrible, right?
Yeah.
Not that this one is that amazing, but anyway. So we go on to that podcast in the comments,
Uh-huh.
and we say, "This podcast sucks. You guys gotta check out the real one, Off Angle."
Okay. So it's just marketing.
Well, yeah, but then it's also just funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny
Doesn't really
too.
help us at all because only
It's still
people we
us.
gain. Yeah, it's still us. But we do the intro song, we do our thing,
Yeah.
and when we come back, we do a test run.
Okay, a test run.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me get them all. Let me get all the zoomies out now.
I'm not funny. I'm not funny.
No funny business. No jokes. Jokes. Emotion.
They're gone.
Emotion.
They're gone.
Emotion. Emotion. I can't look. I'm gonna look past you. Welcome to On Angle, where two guys take a look at stuff and talk about it. I am Tyler.
I'm Tonathan.
And we laid our eyes on a film recently that we want to discuss. Do you want to talk about the cinematography first, or maybe we could take a look at the autobiographies of each of the actors?
Too colorful.
Yeah.
Wish they would tone it down a little bit.
I felt like a lot of the movie they wanted to incite some sort of emotion from me, and it felt weird.
We can't have that. That's not appropriate for this
I felt
podcast.
my lips they were making this strange shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very odd.
I've never done that in my life.
No, it hurts. My eyebrows are permanently stuck down.
Did our views go up yet? By any chance?
I think we've gotten a couple subs. They're trickling in.
Whoa! We haven't even posted it yet.
How did they
blow it
know?
up, man?
It's crazy all of a sudden. But welcome to Off Angle,
The real podcast.
the real podcast.
Those people over there, they don't know what they're doing.
Where two best friends take a look at movies and all that life has to offer from a slightly different perspective, baby. We are here. I'm Tyler.
I'm Tony.
And yeah, we're back. We're doing good. I'm very happy. This is fun, man. This is fun. I'm so glad we get to talk.
Yeah, I feel like last time I told you, I feel like we went very off angle. I feel like every episode you list out the topics for me to make the thumbnail, and it's like, what? How did we go that far away? And I'm like, and then there's one bullet point. It's like, oh yeah, we talked about movies too. Like,
I mean, we talk about movies for half of the podcast.
It's a movie podcast, by the way.
I mean, to talk about just movies would be no. We gotta appeal to the broader audience. It's fun. There's lots to talk about. Okay.
It's just more so movies is like, if we can't think of anything, then at least it's like movies.
Yeah.
We'll talk about movies.
Can always fall back on the movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies coming out. Like right this week or two. And there is a Thanksgiving movie called Thanksgiving. I think it's a slasher movie.
theaters?
Yeah. So
It all comes back around.
yeah.
That was last episode we talked about that, right?
Yeah. The one that just went up. We're talking about Thanksgiving movies. Now there's a new one on the block,
here.
baby, called
We did it.
Thanksgiving.
We should get a cut, honestly.
Yeah. They made it because they saw that list and were like, oh, we could fill that
Be
void.
on that list. Good Housekeeping.
Directed by Eli Roth.
That sounds very familiar.
After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday.
Is it a parody? Is it funny? Or is
I don't know.
Like,
it's got a 7.1,
really
baby.
Scary.
Hey. No, we'll check it out, dude. Oh, but important, because you had mentioned it. We need to explain the piano.
Oh.
It's right next to you. Because I realized, I can't remember if we just didn't talk about it while we were recording or if I just cut it out when I was editing one of the episodes. But the piano, I am wacky. I do have wacky things and do silly things. But the piano was not just a random concoction of my brain.
Before we had a theme song, I think the original thing was like, hey, what if we just don't really have a theme song and instead we just have some wacky instruments and we, off angle,
Yeah, we're
off angle, off angle.
Just every episode we would make a new one.
Different song, different genre.
And so since Tony had thrown that as a suggestion, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do it. And so I bought the
Now
piano.
we just have an alligator piano. we could do so many things with it.
Yeah, so I think for now so we have actual sponsors, or maybe even if we have actual sponsors, we'll still use it. But yeah, we'll make some sponsor songs instead with it because it's fun. Just ad-lib and freestyle, some crazy little jingles.
You could even say we're professionals at that.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot of times over the years.
It's true.
Just making beats, brother.
Yeah, because we just have this innate sense of silliness.
Got the rhythm in our soul.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Our Kia soul. Was it Kia that had those freaky hamster commercials?
It's either Kia. Yeah, I think it's Kia or Scion. It's one of those. I think it's Kia.
Or it had that one song. Remember they found that one song from the commercial?
Yeah.
What was that?
I couldn't tell you, but it was sick.
Back, side to side, front, right, back, side to side.
That song was sick.
Round and round. Round and round.
All right, I mentioned the keyboard. I bolded it, put it first on my list so I wouldn't forget.
It's very important. That's the only reason they're here. It's like, what's that keyboard about?
I gotta
They're
figure it out.
tuned in for the mystery.
Yeah, but that is why. We're not that wacky. We are wacky, but that had a purpose at least.
I do like that, though. We should just introduce random stuff, not explained.
Yeah.
Like, you just give me an apple, and I'm like, dude, an apple? What? That's so funny.
apples,
you actually did it. Yeah.
And then them try to come up with the backstory of
Exactly.
why would they have wanted an apple.
I'm so excited.
So who knows what's going to appear in the next episode or later in this episode. Anything's possible.
Every episode is just a spot the difference.
Yeah. Which there's something different this episode. Can you spot it? Good job. Some Dora type things. So I, a while ago, asked people when I was making a soft launch of the podcast, asked my Discord, just like, hey, you guys got any questions? And they submitted a couple random ones. Some of these I feel like would be hard to answer off the
Questions
dome.
for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just questions they had in general in life.
About movies or about anything?
Some of them
ever?
are about movies, yeah. Some of them are random. The first one comes from Jamie, I believe, and I didn't even have an answer for this, but maybe we can just discuss it. But it's, what's the movie you think has the least potential for discussion, and how long do you think you could discuss it for? So just I don't know if I can think of a movie, but maybe a type of movie. But I was like, I have no idea. I would feel like it's just a movie where not much transpires, or it's just boring. I don't know.
It would have to be a movie that's bad,
yeah,
but not too bad.
Yeah, because
Right in
otherwise
that
it'd be comical.
gray area of this just this is painful.
Yeah, there's nothing of note. Nothing noteworthy.
Which most of the time
it.
I don't watch those kind of movies.
Yeah, because you can feel a vibe.
Yeah, so I either stop or I don't watch it. I would say Furious 7.
Okay, Furious 7,
Right?
Almost in the middle, yeah.
Because they did the first 3. They were kind of all the same time.
Yes.
At least you could talk about them a lot. They kind of started them up again with 4. And then it's 5. It's excitement's building.
Yeah.
6, it's okay. It's whatever. 7 and 8 is
Yeah.
right in that middle zone where it's just what the, who?
I forgot these things were still
Exactly.
going. They're still making these things?
If we watched all 6 of the movies up to that point and we're okay, time to do a whole episode on 7, it'd be
They're still driving.
The Rock had his shirt off. There was a car.
Yeah. A couple of them blew up.
Again. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
I can't think of any better example off the top of my head.
It's because if it's something we couldn't discuss, it's also left our brain too.
Exactly.
Because we have nothing to say about it.
Exactly.
So, but probably something right in that
It's a
5
good
out of
question,
10
though,
boring
but it's also
range.
a horrible question.
Yes. So if we come up with something, if we watch something on this podcast, we'll let you know. Whatever the shortest episode of our podcast is, that's your answer. This one's fun. Is the dumbest thing that lives in your head rent free?
All kinds of things. There's some things where I load up, just kind of like that thing you showed me last week, where just like my brain's broken. There's something wrong with me because it'll just live in my head, and I have to keep watching it like every day for some reason. I have to keep watching it. It activates something in my brain. So there's a lot of stupid, just horrible memes like that.
I think by the nature of the people that are asking these questions, one of my answers at least has to be my plethora of Wizard 101 knowledge that serves me no purpose, especially at this point now that I'm sober. I could tell you all the spells. I could tell you how much damage they do.
Sober?
I could tell you how much pips
Wait, why'd
they
you say
have.
sober?
I'm off.
Wizard sober?
I'm sober from wizardry.
Okay.
No more magic in my system. I've been
Just
off
work that in there like that's a normal thing.
I've been off the spells for years now.
You have to tell people about what you're even talking about.
Right. Wizard 101. It's an MMO, massively multiplayer online role playing. It's a game aimed at kids generally. That's been around for over a decade now. And it's, you play as a wizard, you're casting spells, you're playing magic cards, and there's monsters that you fight, and you got to save the world. You're like a kid wizard that's like going through school, kind of Ravenwood Academy. I grew up playing it, played it for basically a decade off and on. Had a YouTube about it, made videos about it, met a lot of awesome people because it's, online, you're playing with other people. Basically built up my whole persona and online presence via this game. And so I have a Discord of like friends and a lot of online friends I've met through this game. So there's some of the people asking these questions. But now I've stepped away from the game, but still maintain those friendships, of course. But it was a game that consumed basically half my life, or a third of my life at least.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I finally stepped away from it in a major way. So I come back like once a year to do some random ass project.
Yeah.
But I don't actually play the game
every year.
anymore.
Some weird anniversary of something.
Yeah. Oh, here comes another one. Yeah. Yeah, there's probably some people out there that played it, or maybe their kids played it.
Yeah, honestly, that's more likely at this point.
Because it's still going. It's still going strong, just not with me.
Strong is a strong word.
It's going.
It's going.
It's there. It exists.
Yeah.
You can still go to wizard101.com. Not a sponsor. But yeah, so that game for sure will always live rent-free in my head. It will not be going anywhere. I know too much about it.
I don't have a big one like that. Some one game or movie or something that's just drilled in there forever, like that, which is probably a good thing.
All of your obsessions with things are usually pretty short-lived. Like you just completely binge it and then you're out of it. Like you had Warframe, you did like 100 hours of Warframe in like a week, if that's even possible, and then you were out of it. Yeah. So I feel like that's usually how you do things. Plus, you've never played Warframe, I guess, counts, but you haven't gotten sucked into an MMO.
That's on purpose.
Yeah. Because
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. We talked about horror movies. That's my one true fear.
That's scary.
Because there's no completion. Because what I do is I go through it and I get some level of completion in my brain. I'm like, okay, I did like either everything you can do or everything that I'm happy with. Yeah. And then I'm done. But in MMOs, it's a treadmill. It's a treadmill. They want you just running for the rest of your life.
Another level.
Spending money, grinding.
Yeah, a better gear, higher numbers, and then I finally did it. Yeah. Here's an expansion.
I can't trust myself with that. I can't trust it.
Yeah, I'm
can't do it.
Not gonna get into another. I mean, I don't have the time to get into another. My brain wouldn't allow me to get into another one. But yeah, it's a slippery slope for sure. Because I think both Nick and Mikey both play RuneScape still. Like,
oh yeah,
that's been around far longer than anything
going
else.
strong. I think I read that they had like record numbers last week.
Yeah, which is insane.
Like highest numbers they've ever had.
And World of Warcraft just announced new expansions, I believe.
Which is so funny that all these giant companies are trying to make these $100 million MMOs crazy. Yeah. And this little like 3 polygons is blowing up in numbers every week.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's nostalgia powerful thing. So everyone that played it when the game started will still play it today, plus all the new people. So it just, you're stuck for life, baby. You can't get out.
Speaking of which, one thing that lives in my head rent-free, even though I've never played RuneScape more than in like an hour, is the Sea Shanty 2. the trap remix or whatever it's called.
I know I've heard it, but
you'll put it for a second.
Yeah.
It's a banger. Or just don't put it and then we look like idiots. That works.
Absolute banger for sure.
Lord.
A little late to ask it. We've kind of already talked about it, but what's your favorite scary movie? And then a follow-up is if either of us have seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
No, I haven't either. It's on my list because I know it's a classic, but never seen it.
Is there one Chainsaw Massacre or is there like 5?
There's multiple.
5
I think there's like a sequel and then like a reboot, at least one reboot, but just the original, I assume is what they're referring to, because that one's actually well regarded, highly praised.
Do you remember The Hills Have Eyes?
I don't remember the movie itself, but I remember it exists. I don't remember what transpires.
At the time, that was like, yo, that's a scary movie. Maybe it's because we were like 12 or something, but
yeah.
I wonder if that holds up. Probably not. It's probably absolute garbage, but
I feel like a lot of things.
we liked some absolute garbage at the time.
It's true.
Like
and now.
What's the movie called? I think we talked about it already.
I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to even throw out suggestions.
The plastic plant. The plastic plant.
I know, but I'm just going to let it.
It's like
I'm just gonna let it happen.
The Mist. It's
I'm
not
gonna
The Mist.
let it happen.
The Crazies. That's another garbage ass movies, but it's literally like The Crazies, but
I'm gonna let it happen.
The Happening.
He got it. All right, yeah, The Happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
We thought that was a banger.
We thought it was crazy good at the time.
We didn't.
Not
it's
anymore.
Like the cringe stuff and the bad acting, which is.
Yeah, we didn't pick up on that stuff as kids. I feel like that's a lot of the time when it's one way or the other. Either I thought it was stupid as a kid, but it's actually because I couldn't appreciate what was good about it, and now I think it's great. Or it's the other way around, where I'm like, this is crazy good, and it's because all the garbage went right over my head.
Bad.
And I don't even, like with that one specifically, I don't even know if it's quite to the so bad it's enjoyable. I think it's just bad.
There's some moments that are like that. Like I said, when he's like, has a serious moment, he's talking to a plastic plant, or when he's talking about how the kid has a very symmetrical face.
But yeah, favorite scary movies, we've talked about them enough. We like the first 2 VHS movies. We like Blair Witch Project, Hereditary. And the last question that we have currently is, what's the best dream you've ever had?
The best dream. The first thing that came to my head, when I was like 7, I had this dream. In my kitchen as a kid, it had like skylights or whatever, like windows from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I had a dream that I was in the kitchen and all of a sudden they broke. And what came down was these little trees, these little like ferns on strings. And for some reason, it was like the most terrifying thing I could possibly imagine. I don't know why. What were they going to do to me?
That's the best dream you've ever had?
That's the best dream I've ever had because it scared the shit out of me when I was like that young. I don't know why.
It was the happening before the happening.
Literally.
The plants are coming to attack.
The fact that I remember it, that is my best dream. Because
I don't remember my best dream. Because honestly, since I was a kid, I rarely have or at least remember my dreams anymore. And usually if I do, I'll type. Well, this will be a segue to, because I don't remember my dreams often, usually if I do remember them, or I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh, that was a crazy dream. I type it into my notes real quick on my phone because I know I'm going to forget, and then I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But, you're delirious. You barely know. So I type just enough because I'm tired. I'm just like, let me just get just enough to jog my memory in the morning. I'll know what this means.
Yeah.
And then I go back to sleep, and it makes
absolute
0 sense.
Nonsensical garbage.
And so the first note in my phone / computer at this time from 2015, and all I typed, this is a note all by itself, the mindless child, period, gotta pee, period. You could give me 5 hours. I couldn't come up with what that would possibly mean.
The mindless child. That's like something from that subreddit 2-sentence horror.
Yeah, the mindless child. Gotta pee. Oh my god, the twist. But that was enough for me to, grasp the concept. And then I had this one's got a twist. I don't know if you're ready for this one.
I'm ready.
Big sphere sand Big sphere sand planet.
Dune.
Trying to explore it.
Dune.
Decide to dig through it.
Dune.
Stumble into a new world.
Dune.
Earth.
Dune Part 2?
Dude, that one's crazy.
Isn't that literally like the kind of the plot of like 10 movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always, it was Earth the whole time. What? Always a crazy twist. So yeah, just wrote another one of those. You're welcome, Hollywood.
You started that with your dreams? That's crazy.
Had to set off an alarm at Petco to get the owner out so I could steal some muscle milk. And that's for our...
Why was there muscle milk at Petco? Why did you need to steal?
I had to steal it for our friend Wesley to sell to make some money. So the owner had to release all the animals and critters. There were multiple versions of me who were all ones that had tried to be released early.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was crazy, dude.
Okay. That's amazing.
It's like I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, I think you should have a clip that's just the beginning part of that. No context. Had to go to the Petco. Set off the fire alarm. Like you're talking about something that just happened last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to do it, man. I didn't have a choice.
It's a good time. So I try to do it. I need to do it more. I did one recently, but I was coherent enough to get enough that I actually do remember. It was a very simple thing, but it was basically... Like I ran up some stairs and there was like a door, like maybe the top of like a basement or something. You're running and there's a door and I can't get the door open. And I turn around and it's just like an endless staircase into darkness, right? Uh-huh. And I hear something like coming. Something is coming up the stairs and it's scary. And I turn back to the door, stairs. It's just infinite staircase and I hear something coming after me and I just gotta like start running.
There's an SCP of that.
Yeah, where they like go down the stairs. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like an endless, So
I did a version of it in VR, and it was horrible. Because you literally just have to go down the stairs for like 45 minutes, like actual real time. You're just going downstairs. And like some very small stuff would happen. Uh-huh. You're like, is there going to be more? There should probably be more, right? But then there's not much more happens. It's just... going down some fucking stairs, like, whoa, that's so scary.
Were you using a trigger? Or were you at least walking to get some exercise?
No, of course, using a thing, and you have like a flashlight. Like, I think there'd be like a little face pop up, go.
Yeah, I think that's like the actual or part of the SCPs, like the face or whatever. Yeah, I like SCPs.
I do too. I know there's a lot of games of them. I don't know if there's any good ones. I'm sure there is, but.
Yeah, there's a couple silly horror games that have come out that I want to do. There's the Backrooms one. I don't remember the actual good one, but there's one that's actually good. And then there's one that just came out.
Oh, the is it actually SCP?
I don't think it's directly SCP.
Yeah,
related,
I know what you're talking
but they're
about.
in like suits and looks kind of weird.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like a weird art style.
I don't know what it's called. It's like Final Report. Something like that, maybe.
It's called Lethal Company.
Final Report.
Yeah.
It's very close.
You got it. It's on Steam. Lethal Company in early access. You've probably seen it. A lot of the big people are playing it, but it looks fun. Because I've wanted to do because I don't think we've ever done a co-op horror game, and just because it's fun to be scared with a friend just doing crazy stuff. Well, we did play Phasmophobia that one time.
Well, we did Outlast.
Well, yeah, but it's not actually co-op.
True,
we made it co-op, but yeah, we did Phasmophobia that one time, which is fun. But it's a good time. So I haven't. I guess it's an OCD related thing. Like it feels like an OCD symptom if I describe it. But it's this thing I've noticed for years now, where like say I'm reading some comments or I'm scrolling through a video or something, and I don't quite finish it. I go through the comments, I read like half of it, and then I keep scrolling. Or maybe I'm watching something that's subtitled and I miss one line. It's it doesn't have to be anything important, just a line. Or I don't finish reading a line.
Yep.
And then 30 seconds go by, and it just...
Gotta know what they
claws at me. I have to go back and finish. I have to read it.
Unlocks some hidden knowledge.
It's just like an itch, man, and I have to go finish reading it. Or like yesterday, I have a sock drawer, and I tried to close it, and like one of the socks kind of was peeking out, so it didn't close all the way. And I started walking away. I'm like, no, I gotta go fix it. I gotta finish. I gotta put the sock in. And it really affects me. It's annoying.
You're insane. Sorry.
And sometimes I purposefully am like, no, Tyler.
Yeah. Everybody has little stuff like that, right? I don't have anything like that. Like, first thing that came to my mind is like password manager. Whenever I have a new password, there's a button, generate a password.
Yeah.
Generates a bunch of random things. And I'll look at it and I'll be like, that doesn't have a nice distribution. If it's like, okay, there's supposed to be letters,
don't look at the password,
numbers, and symbols, but there's like all letters, one number, and one symbol. It's just like a period. I'm like, that's not secure. Sure, come on, a hacker's gonna get that. I gotta keep pushing it until it's a. Sometimes I hit it like 4 or 5 times so I can see a password. I'm like, nice, yeah, that'll keep me safe.
I get it. Yeah, it's in a similar category here.
Yeah.
Just irritating my brain.
Exactly.
And I gotta fix it.
Yeah.
I don't have any other symptoms. Like if things are askew or
I have a
not
thing
in
where
a pattern.
I have to finish whatever it is that I'm doing. If there's something like a problem that I'm trying to solve, whether it be in, some weird little programming thing I'm doing or just anything, tech issue or something, I won't be able to sleep if I don't figure it out and finish it, at least to a level of like, that I'm happy with.
Yeah.
I'll go insane. I'll be thinking about it. Like, I gotta try this. I could still do that.
Yeah, I usually say at least like a definitive stopping place. If I know I'm not going to actually finish, I'm like, well, I got to at least do this or I'm not going to stop.
Girlfriend gets so pissed at me sometimes when there's like some stupid tech thing. I'm like, I can do it. I know I can do it. I can figure it out. It's 2 a.m. You got to go to bed. I just 5 more minutes.
Couple more searches. I'm going to do it.
And then she'll wake up and I will have done it. And she'll be like, oh my fucking God, you stayed up like all night doing this stupid shit. Then I did.
But you feel accomplished.
Exactly.
That's
I
all that
sleep
matters.
like a baby.
Hell yeah. For an hour until you got to go to work or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, since we were talking about video games, let me ask you a question. Is there any video game that first that comes to your mind that has like a really good soundtrack or a song that is like so good it's not even really part of the soundtrack anymore, it's just like its own thing? You don't even associate it with the game because it's that good.
With that description, I might need a minute because of course, I love the Outer Wilds and Risk of Rain soundtracks, but I usually listen to them as a whole, not just like I just jammed to that one song. I'm sure there is something, but I might need a minute. Do you have a?
Well, like for example, one thing that came to my head was like that Cash song for Sonic Colors.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's kind of Sonic Colors, maybe. Maybe. Like, that's the color shines bright, the diamonds feels right. I'm gonna reach for the star. Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger, and I don't even think I ever played that game at all. But like, the reason I ask is because I found a post that someone found, I think definitively, the worst
game soundtrack?
Worst game song ever.
Oh, single song. Okay.
Ever. But I think you'll agree that it's out of the like probably thousands and thousands of games. Yeah, it's got to be the worst.
Spider-Man, the animated series for the Sega Genesis. Funhouse. Okay, let me make sure I got my... Oh my God. Hold on. Let me take a breath here.
A little sneak peek.
Let me take a breath. Hold on. Let me prepare myself. Okay.
I don't know. It's not bad so far.
It's kind of a vibe.
Just wait for the chorus, man.
What is that?
Isn't that just Spider-Man to you?
A monkey? Wow!
That's like they should have put that in the new Spider-Man.
It's a 4-minute song.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
It's a funhouse, baby.
Clown horror. It's beautiful. Oh, he has a runner-up too, but I haven't listened to that.
Wild What is that word?
Wild Woody?
Woody? Yeah. He's a pencil
It's a
with
pencil
dynamite.
boy. Yeah. Is that another Scream?
Is it even on it?
It restarts early.
That bothers me.
There's just no gaps
Wow.
at all. It's like we just don't, no rests, just all notes.
Wow.
I'm just pretty bad, but
Woohoo! Ow! Gotta make a cover.
honestly,
Remix.
the screams just really makes it feel. Really makes me feel like Spider-Man when I hear that.
I want to see it in context of the game
I feel
now.
like Spider-Man has a lot of iconic, because wasn't there the Spider-Man game that had that stupid fucking pizza song? I think it was Spider-Man for like the PS2 or something.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah. That one goes, man.
Yeah, like
And the fact that you're Spider-Man, you have to deliver pizzas in general is fun.
Exactly.
That game holds up. Spider-Man 2, I think, specifically, is really good. Not the new Spider-Man 2. We're talking about the old Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
The real Spider-Man.
The real Spider-Man 2. The one that really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
I don't think I played a single Spider-Man game ever.
Wow.
I want
Made
to
me
play the new
all of them.
ones.
Yeah.
But
They're solid. They look solid, I mean. I haven't played them, but they look really, really wicked. Do you have PS5?
I don't have consoles. What do you think?
I tell you, I don't know.
Who do you think I am, old man?
Hey, you had an Xbox One, not the new
yeah,
the
I
Series
got that
X,
in
but
2012, 2013.
crazy how old they are. Wow. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything past the PS3 is the most recent. And
Actually,
Switch.
I
have
did get a
Switch.
PS4 in like 2015.
Okay.
So that was the last console I got. That was to play Persona
Right. Yeah, I remember
and a
that.
couple other games.
And the Hatsune Miku, like rhythm game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a few other things that are exclusive. So still have that somewhere, but I haven't touched it in a million years. Because why would I?
Exactly. There's so much else to do and play. Most things come to PC eventually now anyway. Just gotta wait it out.
It's the future, man.
The future.
Future.
One second.
I'm holding on. Thank you for calling State Farm. Please hold, and an agent will be with you shortly.
I'm gonna record. Okay.
Your
Have you
call
heard
is
of?
very important to us. Please stay on the line.
Okay. Have you heard of Framed?
What is it?
It's a daily game where you have to guess the movie, and it shows you a frame of the movie.
Yes.
And you have 6 guesses. I was going to have us
Yes.
both do today's,
Hell yeah.
or we could do it each podcast or whatever. But
Do it, baby. All right, I have it up.
oh yeah, I guess we should describe it for any audio listeners. Yeah, there's a woman walking on a road at night, and there's like the moonlight shining. There's like palm trees. Nothing immediately jumps to mind for me.
Horror movie.
Yeah, something horror-ish. I don't even have a.
Or like-
I'm so bad at these.
I have no idea. Horror movie or like also reminds me of like a La La Land, even though it's not La La Land, but because it's like looks like LA or something. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I'm gonna put La La Land.
Do it. I'ma put what's that one? I'ma put Mulholland Drive.
Smart. I haven't seen that. Smart.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I couldn't think of anything that took place in LA.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen it once.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I would have got it from the second one.
Oh, they give you 2 pictures?
They have 6 altogether, but you get like, they get progressively easier. By the 6th one, you'll like definitely have it. I would have gotten it by the 4th, I think. But damn, look at me. Sheesh.
You're a champion. I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, it's something. It's something.
What year did that movie come out?
2001.
It's just boomer ass game. I don't watch movies that old. The first movie I saw was in 2005. Transformers 1.
It's pretty solid, dude. Michael Bay, he
Yeah.
really popped off with that one, dude.
Wow. Well, you should never, ever play again. You have a 100% first picture win rate.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm a champion. I'm a framer, boy. Framed. Frame me.
I think you set this up.
Just
Hey,
to make
Tony,
myself-
have you ever played Framed before? I wonder what today's is.
there's a woman. I don't know. I'm gonna type this a really obscure movie.
Amazing.
One other thing, I guess, is did you see there was a trailer released a couple days ago for Pokémon Concierge?
What the fuck is that?
It's a stop motion Pokemon show, and it looks so good. It's so good looking. I mean, I just love stop motion, but like, I'm not even a big Pokemon person, but it looks so good.
Does look pretty good.
It looks so fun.
Yeah. Looks like Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah. Because I love Coraline and some of Wes Anderson's stuff.
Is it out? It's December 28th. Cool.
Nice.
Looks nice. There's a lot of stuff I got to let the people know. There's stuff I want to watch, but my life is currently consumed by this bullshit we're doing right now and watching Attack on Titan with this fucker. I get off work, I watch Attack on Titan, and then maybe I watch a movie for this and I go to bed. That's my whole days recently. Because trying to burn through it. He's seen it up until the last movie or whatever of Attack on Titan. We're trying to catch up and get there so he doesn't get spoiled.
It's all right. We're moving through it.
We're on season 3, halfway through.
We're finishing season 3 in 2 days. 2 days from now.
We got a schedule.
Because, holidays are coming up. People are busy. We got to actually plan it out. All right, today from this time to this time is when we're watching these episodes.
Exactly.
But we're getting through it.
Because I want to watch the, it's got Pilgrim show, because that's out now.
Right, yeah.
And a couple other things that people have been talking about. Like, I saw a scene from, it's called like, something with samurai. It's like blue-eyed samurai or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that looked pretty cool. To check that out, maybe.
Mention it. Yeah, Blue Eye Samurai. You got it. Yeah, I heard that was really good. Oh, not enough time in the world. We'll turn this into a TV show podcast for 3 weeks.
True.
Because, it doesn't have to be exclusively movies, but...
You know what lives in my head rent-free? Scene in Planet of the Apes when he says, apes, weak. He got multiple sticks. Apes together, strong. That lives in my head rent-free.
That's good. It's words to live by.
Honestly.
Words of wisdom.
Can't
What
break
lives
the
in my...
Can't break the sticks.
What lives in my head... What lives in my head rent-free... I didn't have room for words in my head because of all the other stuff taking up space. Is a fun fact for you guys is that if you break a spaghetti noodle in half, it always breaks into 3 pieces. If you break a noodle, always breaks into 3 pieces. Tony can vouch.
I can vouch. The third piece went in my eye when we were like 13 or something. I don't know.
Just a hard, uncooked noodle. You break it, the little arch will snap off right into your friend's eye.
Why are we breaking spaghetti at like 1 a.m? Anyway.
I was probably eating it hard out of the box, honestly.
We probably were just eating it.
Yeah. Anyway, it's almost Freddy time, boys. After a quick break.
Freddy time. We'll be back with Freddy, boys.
All right. Welcome to the intermission. Today's podcast is sponsored by...
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog, apparently. All right. Crank it.
Ready?
I'm ready. Isn't that just... Okay. Oh my god. Tone it down a little bit. Tone it down. It's too long. Need something repetitious. Okay. Yeah. All right. Leap. Leap with your frog. Just leap. Just leap with your frog. Ribbit.
Yeah.
And rip it. Yeah,
Woo!
we leap, we reap, we sleep.
Sleep.
Frog. Leap, frog, leap, frog. Leap, frog. Leapfrog! Thank you, Leapfrog, for sort of sponsoring this podcast. Use code OFFANGLE as always to get 0% off your order. Go to leapfrog.com and use code OFFANGLE for absolutely nothing off your order. We appreciate you. It's kind of leapfrog adjacent.
Leap gator.
Let's get back to the episode.
Bye.
All right, baby, we are back.
It's Freddy time.
It's fruity time.
Fruity time.
Yeah.
Then it's Freddy time.
Yeah. Today we've got Funables. Funables fruity snacks mixed berry.
Yeah, just if you don't know, you just joined the podcast. Every time after a break, we try a new fruit snack and we rate it to see if it stands up to the old school Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. We're looking to replicate that high.
Yes, correct. Right now, our top seed is Black Forest Juicy Burst.
Yep.
And we'll see how these hold up. So it looks like we got 4 flavors here. Mixed berry. Or 3 flavors. Sorry, 3 flavors. Strawberry, raspberry, and a blueberry, it looks like.
This is looking like Welch's.
Yeah, that's strawberry especially. And the raspberry. They got it. They're strong. The smell is strong.
They are strong.
What you going with?
Razzie.
Razzie? Razzle dazzle. Okay. Yeah, they got similar consistency to the Welch's, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't really have much flavor though.
No. What's next?
Almost like a little chalky almost.
Yeah.
Strawberry. Funables aren't very fun. They're
Tastes kind of
lifeless.
similar to the Welch's, but like way less.
Yeah, just very faint.
I don't taste anything until like 10 seconds in.
Yeah, it's very, very faint. It's just an aftertaste. It just leaves you with this mild fruit flavor in your mouth. I'm gonna just down them all at once.
Is that how we're doing it?
I'm just seeing them.
At least separate into flavors. We'll do all the strawberries.
Yeah, if you do a lot, it's a little better. They're not offensive, but they're just not very fun. Funables.
You know what I think about these?
Thanks. What?
I think they put an extra letter in here by accident. The F. They should be
Unables?
Unables.
Well, what do you rate those?
5.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 because it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just...
Feels like the most average thing I've ever had in my life.
Yes. So that is right in the middle. If you have more flavor, you go above a 5. If you taste bad or have a bad texture, you go below a 5.
These are made with real fruit puree. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
So maybe that's why it's so faint, because like real fruit ain't that popping.
5 on the Funables fruity snacks mixed berry.
Thank you, Funables. For nothing.
All right, baby. It's time.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. But hold on. Hold on. Tony, I've been preparing. All right.
For what?
Let me get in the zone.
What are you preparing for? What's happening? He's going to do it.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh my God.
We're not done yet, baby.
What the fuck is
We're
that?
not done, baby.
What do you mean we're not done, baby? What else you got? Okay.
We're not done. We're not done.
What else do you have?
I'm opening up the case.
You're going to cover the...
It's just temporary. You'll see why in a second.
Oh my God.
We're not done yet.
What do you mean we're not done yet? Oh.
We're not done yet. 5. Say it with me.
5 Nights
At Freddy's. Okay.
You know what's crazy? I think your representation of Freddy was scarier than the actual movie. Just little spoilers. Motherfucker's like, I can't spend $30 on a chair, Tony. That would be irresponsible. But I will spend $30 on my Freddy double costume.
This is a children's XL. 5 Nights at Freddy's.
5 Nights at Freddy's. But it's not over yet. It's not over. Okay, no. Wouldn't it be crazy, though?
If you
Both
also
thought of it.
planned
God.
I wouldn't put it past you. But yes, we both officially, this is the first, since we started the podcast, this is the first movie we've watched together.
Yeah.
We both watched Five Nights at Freddy's, which before we even talk about the movie, I just want to preface like our FNAF experience. Yeah, because for me, I have played 2 of the games very minimally. We both played the first one when it came out. I think it was just on like itch.io or something. And I've played a little bit of the third one. That's the only ones I physically touched myself. And then I've, watched a bunch of the lore videos. I've watched the game theory videos. I think Wendigoon made a video about it. I've watched the lore, so I feel like I have a decent knowledge of the lore. But I'm not deep in it. I'm not a huge FNAF fan. I've just watched the videos, so still kind of a bystander on things.
Yeah.
What about
basically, same. I played the first one, and I think a little bit of the second one. I know some of the lore. I don't know all the lore. I know a little bit here and there. I'm not a mega fan. I do think it's cool that it is what it is and how big it's grown.
Yeah, I think the property itself is fun. I'm glad that they're still making stuff. I'm glad it turned into a movie. I think that's cool. Obviously, we'll talk about our opinions of it, but I'm glad I feel like it was at least handled well.
They tried.
Yeah, they gave it some effort and some nods to the fans and the lore and stuff. Do you got a rating?
Processing.
3, 2, 1, 5.
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think people should watch it or not?
If you have no idea what Five Nights at Freddy's is, no. If you have any idea what it is at all, yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. All right, so what are your initial thoughts?
I don't know. What genre is this movie? Is it a horror? Not really.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it almost within the first 30 minutes or so, it seems like it wants to be a horror. Mm-hmm. But then after that, it doesn't really return. Yeah.
It doesn't want to go too far. Sometimes it's lighthearted and like just a kind of an adventure movie. And then all of a sudden people are getting killed. And it's like, okay, we're letting go. But then it's like, okay, no, we're going to come back a little bit.
Yeah, it's very jarring. It's just back and forth. The tone is all over the place.
It was fine. It was just fine. It could have been worse. It's not the worst video game movie of all time or anything like that. It's not the best either.
My thing was that most of it, the things that I disliked about it most were the things that were directly FNAF related, like the animatronics themselves, but like the elements in the movie, like the overall story, I thought the lighting and the cinematography and all that stuff was really well done. I think the filmmaking aspects were done well.
Yeah.
Also, I really liked the music. The music in the movie was really good.
True.
And the sound effects and everything. It's just the actual Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. And some of the acting and stuff is what took me out of it.
I agree for the most part. There's certain things I don't know if are Five Nights at Freddy's, but I think they did too much. Like, there's like 5 different paranormal subplots going on. This guy has dreams that can change the past and are kind of real, and stuff happens in the dream and happens in real life, etc. This girl can see ghosts, and there's a place where there's kids' souls in the animatronics, and there's like 5 different things that are like, how are they related? And then all of a sudden they put out the end, which, whatever, another mechanic of the world that they didn't mention really like at all.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if we want to spoil yet, so I'll wait. But
I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
She's like, what? Like, I don't think, in the original, I know there's like, it's kind of the opposite. It's more like, hey, there's this scary thing, and then we kind of get into the lore of why all that happened. Not like, here's all this crazy paranormal stuff, and then we get to the scary. You know what I mean? It's like kind of backwards.
My gripes that aren't spoilery, in general, I found the movie somewhat predictable, but I don't know if that's the movie's fault or it is my knowledge of the lore that made it predictable.
No, it's a kid's movie. They didn't. The problem that I have with the movie is that they tried to do 10 different things. They didn't just like, hey, we're gonna make a scary Five Nights at Freddy's movies, or we're gonna make a very kids oriented. It was kind of just all of it at different times. And it was a mess.
And it is right in them. It's PG-13.
Yes,
so it is just kind of doesn't want to offend either side of the audience. It was mediocre. It was very average, I'd say.
Medium.
And I don't like it's. Oh, I did want to say that because I looked it up. So your Tony's critic score prediction was 64.
Yeah.
Your audience score prediction was 77.
Okay.
My critic score was 72. My audience score was 54. So I was kind of backwards from you.
Yeah.
We're both wrong. You were closer. But critic score is a whopping 30 currently. Not like that shocks me, but 30. Audience score is an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
So very good. But again, I think it's because, like we said, most of the people seeing the movie are the fans. And, just the fact that they made a Five Nights at Freddy's already probably gives them some thumbs up. Yeah. And it just depends on how hard you want to criticize it as a movie, rather than just like, oh, they got Springtrap in there. Oh, they got Blue. Like, yes, I love it. They got all my favorite things in there. Thumbs up, 10 out of 10. So it just depends on how critical you want to be.
Yeah. I'm just going to start reading you some of my notes.
Probably just move into spoilers.
Okay.
So spoilers for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Spoilers!
Let's dig into this
Very
thing.
serious stuff. I liked the beginning when they had like the graphics that were kind of like from the game, the little pixel. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
That was cool. I was like, hell yeah. They're doing things. They're doing in-game things. It's branching the realities, man. It's cool. I liked that.
Yeah.
I didn't like a lot of stuff they did after that.
So the first 15 seconds were pretty good.
Yeah.
After that, though.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like, for example, I have one of my notes is PETA not acting so good. Uh-oh. So, I don't think he was amazing. He was fine.
Because let's, run down the characters. So I'm going to bring up. So, yes, we had Josh Hutcherson, Mr. PETA from Hunger Games, as Mike, our main security guard character. Like you said, his acting wasn't great.
It was fine.
And also, I just didn't believe him as a character. He didn't seem like...
I didn't know how... I had no idea how old he was supposed to be. I still feel like they were kind of making him like a teenager, but also like a very adult at the same time. It was like weird.
Yeah, and he doesn't come off as what they were trying to make him be, because he's supposed to be like kind of a replacement father figure for his younger sister, and like he's struggling to make ends meet and like yada yada, but he feels it just doesn't feel right.
I hated his character too. Was a fucking bastard. The first thing they show is him just beating the shit out of somebody because there's a kid having a tantrum, and I assume he's done that at like the 5 other jobs that he's had too. He's just beat up a lot of random people because there was a kid who was upset. Like,
which would put him in jail, most likely. But
but whatever.
Yeah.
He was so annoying, and the whole bullshit with, like, he spent every night for however many years thinking about his brother that had gone missing. Get over
it, man.
Literally, get over it. And then his sister, who he's alive and taking care of her, he's like, which one should I choose? Which one should I... Should I take care of my very alive sister who's right here, or my brother that I haven't seen in 15 years? That the ghost
kids say they can bring back.
Yeah. Such a hard decision.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
Oh my lord.
What about Abby?
Abby was fine. She was a kid.
Yeah.
So you can't say much about,
Thought she was fine. Yeah.
She was fine.
Vanessa, though.
No, thank you. Not in this house.
Yeah, I was not a fan. Like especially her first introduction, all her dialogue comes off as like cheesy, or like she's just reading from a script. Like it's just bad. If you bring
Abby back here, I will shoot you.
What? This bitch gonna shoot him?
Very real cop thing to say.
And also, how does she have all this free time as a cop? They don't even care.
I don't know.
I don't even think she is a cop. She's just dressing up. And also, she didn't directly cause the issues, obviously, but
she could have helped.
She could have spoke up. She could
have done a lot of things.
Say something, man.
She didn't. And like when at the end, she's like, "Oh, I can't help you. You wouldn't want me there." And then she goes anyway, and she shoots him. It's like, "What do you mean? You were very helpful. You could have helped the whole time." I thought she was like brainwashed or something. Like she physically couldn't. No,
she's just an idiot.
Didn't want to.
I don't feel like it. Sorry. I was happy when it first started because it opens with like the saw trap, basically, of the Freddy head, and it's got all these spinning saws, and it's coming at the dudes.
It's
I was
gonna be
like,
scary.
This tone, I loved the tone. I loved the color. Like it was dark, it was gritty. I was like, oh, this could be actually a little creepy. They're going in the right direction here.
Baby.
The whole build up Because, it cuts to Mike. He's doing his thing. He tackles the person, blah, blah, gets the job, goes to the thing. And then there's that, training video.
Yep.
And it's kind of silly. And it has, whenever it shows the animatronics, it kind of glitches out.
Glitchy
it's,
VHS.
all the buildup, it's there's, some tension. These animatronics, ooh. But then as soon as they actually start doing stuff, especially if they move at all.
Gross. I wanted to mention another note that I had, which was Shaggy old. Because Shaggy kind of old.
Yeah.
Our man, Mr.
Shaggy old.
Springtrap, he was...
Matthew Lillard.
I was fine with him, and he was just so cheesy and campy, especially at the end. He was like, I always come back. It's like, okay.
Yeah, again, it comes off. It's like kids' movie thing. They gotta over animate themselves.
What? Does that mean there's gonna be a sequel? My God. What?
But honestly, the best character is obviously Doug. Doug the lawyer was the best character. I think he was an animatronic.
Doug, honestly,
that man's just—he
stole a show.
He just existed. He was my favorite.
He's my boy.
He should have had more screen time.
Honestly, bring him back in the sequel.
I want the extended cut.
We want more Doug.
5 Nights at Doug's.
Gets his own restaurant now.
Yeah. No, it's just his house. We're just hanging out.
We're going to Doug's house.
Just hanging out, a little spinoff.
What's up, guys? I'm Doug.
Hey, I'm a lawyer.
No scary stuff, no nothing.
Who's your favorite Ghost Kid? Ghost Kid Blonde Boy? Ghost Kid with Hook? Ghost Kid with bunny ears? Ghost Kid with hat? Or Ghost Kid Blue-Eyed Girl?
What about Ghost Kid with plane? He's also technically a ghost kid.
It's true. He's dead.
He is dead, so he's kind of a ghost kid.
So do you relate to the main character because he can't sleep?
No. Because
okay.
he okay. Fucking this bitch. They built him up like, oh, he's got insomnia. Oh, fuck. And I have always, for all my whole life, had problems with sleep. So I'm like, some representation. Okay. Hell yeah. But then
I feel seen.
Yeah. Then he reveals oh no, I just don't sleep on purpose. I take the sleeping pills because they help me have my freaky dreams. I
chose this life.
I can sleep whenever I want. It's like, okay, bro. Out of my face.
Don't even talk to me.
Out of my face. Because he gets in bed, he takes his sleeping pills, he's got his sound machine. I'm like, yo, that's me. I take my sleeping pills, I have my sound machine. You got the ritual. But he's just doing it. He's doing it for fun. He's cosplaying an insomniac. What the fuck?
It's really in these days, man.
And then he takes his sister to the stupid place, and then goes to sleep anyway. That was also really stupid. So yeah. I just hated his whole character.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
not redeemable. I don't feel bad for him.
Our babysitter's gone. What should we do? There's no other babysitters anywhere.
I gotta take her to work.
I have to take her.
It's all.
And then I have to take a big nappy. I need to see my brother again. I need to have a dream right now. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I know this is a place where they said people break in all the time, and people did just break in yesterday. But I gotta
take a quick snoozer, see my brother.
Gotta see my boy. Maybe this time, the 5,000th time, I could remember more.
If I miss one night, it's over.
It's all for
He's
nothing.
gone. Yeah, no, I don't feel bad for anyone. I feel bad for Abby because she has just terrible people surrounding her. That's about it. She should have just gone with them, honestly. Would have been happier.
Mike.
But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed all the lighting and the sets. The sets were nice.
Speaking of sets, you know what they need more than a fucking movie? Why haven't they opened a physical location? That would do some numbers, baby.
It's got to be in the works. Or maybe there is some random one somewhere, but
it's got to. I would go, and it's kind of half Chuck E. Cheese type thing.
Yeah,
but half horror. Haunted house.
Yeah,
you can go in the back, and there's a whole little tour where they take you through it. It's see some creepy stuff.
They make buku dollars.
Buku dollars. But anyway, I think it's time. It's time to talk about the animatronics themselves.
Yes.
How ass they were.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this. You probably do. But the Jim Henson Company was actually there, and they made real animatronics of the things.
I heard that, yeah.
So there were real robot animatronic people there. And yet, they look so fucking fake all the time.
Yeah, it's weird. How even if they're real, they can look CG.
Made them look more CG. It's because the first game. Okay, I love the creator guy. I love him. He was ass at creating characters. Okay,
yeah,
he was horrible. So he made these shitty things, and like they're like, oh, we have to recreate that exactly. If it's not the exact same polygons that look like it was made in a 3D program, because it was, you know. Like,
yeah, but it doesn't even make sense because this place is like run down. They should be run down.
I know.
And look grungier, but they're like flawless.
In the game, it's not old and run down. It's still running.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like...
This is one place you could have taken a little creative liberty.
And that's what I'm saying. They took creative liberty other places, but not the design. It's just like so horrible. And the fact that everywhere they go, they're like waddling around. Like it's impossible for them to look scary. So when she's like holding Chica's hand, she's like, come on, Chica. And Chica's like, I'm like, this is not fucking scary.
Yeah, because for a little bit, you don't see them. They're just standing there and like their eyes glowing. Like it could be as intimidating as it can the way they look, but it's like kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they move in anyway, it breaks all sense of tension.
Horrible. And that little stupid cupcake.
Yeah, which they utilized a lot for a lot of the kills and scares.
How are you going to have like a saw blade spinning like saw trap, and then have a little chompy little cupcake hopping around?
That's not, it's just, that's just a toy, man. It's not even scary. I thought... Mainly because you don't see him walk around too much. But Foxy was pretty creepy, although his voice is kind of silly. Because like you said, it doesn't even play the little jingle.
Ding, 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 ding. It's just Foxy or ever going...
And then, because I got scared by Balloon Boy once because every single Balloon Boy jump scare literally comes out of nowhere. Yeah. But the one Foxy jump scare where it's like the hallway and he's standing on the other side and then flashes and he's like in your face. Yeah. That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
His voice breaks it a little bit, but he's a little creepy. But the rest of them, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy, even my homeboy Freddy, even Freddy. Gosh, man.
They fucked him up.
How could you do my boy Freddy like that?
Did you know they said the word asshole in that movie?
What?
They said it.
They said it?
They said asshole.
Why would they say it?
He was getting his prescription, and the guy's like, hey, you know, you should have some more milk before you go to bed. And he's like, yeah, dude, bye. He's like, you an asshole.
I mean, finally someone says it.
Yeah.
Pharmacist telling it like it is. He is an asshole.
I agree.
Like my man's just giving you some actual advice.
He's just trying to talk to you and connect with you as a human being. And you're like,
this is why you got no friends, no job.
But I'm glad they had the song at the credits.
Oh, yeah.
That was a banger. It was waiting. And of course, we have to talk about fucking Matt Pat. The biggest
that was the
eye
scariest
roll
jump
I've ever
scare.
done in my life. I was like, oh, he's there. He's chilling. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, a little time. He's like, but that's just a theory.
Ah!
He said it. He said it.
He said the words.
I saw his video. He said the end of his video.
It would have been better if he was just there. He just existed.
Just
for like, oh.
Yeah.
Eye roll. Glad they got him in there. I don't know if there's anyone else, because it's not like I know every single
There wasn't
relevant
really
person.
any other extras.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't. But Matt Pat was in there. He said the line.
Matthew Paddington. So about the ending, I was telling you that there was the other mechanic of the world that I thought was really dumb that they pulled out at the last second, which is that the girls' drawings are like magical.
Yeah, without any, they don't build that up or anything.
She has a bunch of drawings. Okay, she draws. We know that. She draws a lot.
Yeah.
But then they're like, wait, you have to make a drawing so that they know what really happened to them. And she sticks it on the magic wall. Doesn't work until she sticks it on the magic wall.
Drawing it isn't enough. It's got to be on this wall. That what they just established right before she puts it on the wall.
They didn't talk. What do you mean there's a magic wall? How did you figure that out? Since when is that a thing?
Yeah. But then once the drawing's on the wall, everyone's like,
wait a second.
He's been killing us this whole time.
What? Oh my, that's all it took.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Like, it didn't need to... It didn't need to be that. They could have just found out some other way, other reveal.
Yes.
I mean, I did like I said, some of the things in another movie would be okay. Like, I liked the mystery of, like, these kids showing up in his dream. Who are these kids?
Yep.
Where are they? What happened to them? And then, I mean, I already knew this from the lore, but, like, finding out their bodies have been stuffed inside the animatronic. Like, their bodies are in the animatronic.
Yep.
Like, that'd be a crazy reveal if I didn't already know it. Like, some of that stuff would be genuinely scary, but because everything surrounding it is so silly...
Where was the bite of 87, bro?
That's in the sequel, dude.
Okay, sure. I'll take it.
But it reveals that she's drawing the children, and even though she hasn't met the children, or we don't think she's met the children, like all that stuff it's like good. It's
fine.
Establishing some tension, but it just falls apart and gets silly. And then also, I like to imagine, now that we find out, he's William Afton. He's the big baddie, and he comes in the spring trip bunny, the golden rabbit, or yellow rabbit
Looking
costume.
not that scary.
Yeah, well, he kind of slinks in.
Yeah.
But I like to imagine him, like, he hears all this going down, and he has to, like, put on his suit before he
looking
comes
like
out.
a Scooby-Doo villain appropriately.
Yeah. Hold on. They're gonna freak out when they see this shit. I'm here. And then he just like throws Mike across the room. I did like his. Well, I guess we don't know for sure if he's dead, but I liked the locks going off and like stabbing into him and stuff. Like it was kind of satisfying. Although it was goofy, he falls to the floor and then they're all just hovering over him, and then all of a sudden the building just starts collapsing.
Starts falling. I don't know why they can do that. What are they going to do for the second one?
Well, there is multiple locations in the lore. There's the sister location and the Bubba location.
How are they? Why would they? Why would they do it like that? For what reason does it need to collapse? Just to have more incentive for them to get out of there, I guess. But it's okay. Why did they run away? There's an earthquake. Okay.
Well, they had to leave it in a place where it could end with just this one if it wasn't successful. But there is still enough room if people liked it enough for a sequel. So they had to give it either option. Also didn't understand how only one time that we see Freddy or the ghost boy or whatever at their house. And
it was
why is for this one scene is he able to leave?
Stupid. That was so stupid.
And it's not like she's imagining it. He's literally at her house.
I don't want to see Freddy getting in a fucking Uber or whatever.
Like, how did he get? He literally just walked there?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Why haven't they gone anywhere before? Yeah,
we really need this girl. I'm gonna walk there. Or he was in Ghost Boy mode and he rode his bike and then he turned back into Freddy mode.
It was just for comedy, but it just didn't fit at all. Just like half the shit in this movie.
Yeah, and there's no way this driver. Well, before Freddy even got in the car, he was about to take this child somewhere.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Come on, let's go, kid. And then obviously once Freddy gets in the car, now I'm gonna take him for sure.
And same thing where there was gore one single time, and the rest of the time it was all cutaways and I don't know. It was kind of a mess.
And like I said, I kind of like William Afton. I like the locks going off and hurting him, but other than that, I don't think any of the deaths were satisfying to me.
Yeah.
And the one where I think it's Freddy. The Freddy suit eats the one
chomped in half.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
Yeah,
the way it's shown. I mean, again, it is PG-13, so they can go crazy with the gore, but it was just cheesy. Which I mean, I guess is what they wanted, but
unfortunate.
That's how I feel.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
So Abby, she goes with Mike.
Yeah.
And they make the little fort.
Uh-huh.
She goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And Mike also goes to sleep because it makes sense to go to sleep.
Yes. And
then she hears a voice. Abby, little kid voice. I can't do it because I'm a man. And if I was a kid, I know she's excited. She likes the animatronics, which I don't think she even saw him at this point. I can't remember. But I would be terrified.
Yeah, true.
In this abandoned place. Be right back, Mike. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Get tickled by the animatronics.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then they're all friendly.
There was too much dancing.
As much as I want to see them all goofing, I just want to see them lounging with the animatronics in the pillow fort.
It was too much.
Pick a tone, man.
Yes, exactly. If it was a whole separate movie, fine. But just mixed into otherwise trying to be scary, it's just a mess.
What do you want me to be afraid of them or not, dude? And if they, I'm so.
Don't cry, Tyler. It's okay.
I gotta
maybe
get this thing off me.
The sequel will be better. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, what's the probability of a sequel coming?
85%.
Yeah. That might be low, honestly.
Yeah.
Because this made what's the budget of this thing? It's pretty small, I'm pretty sure. It was a budget of only $20 million.
Okay.
And it has grossed worldwide $256 million.
Pretty good, boy. Pretty good.
That is over 10 times.
I think we're going to see some more video game movies.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely coming out more frequently, and the quality's all over the place. But I mean, like, some of them, not because they're making a video game movie. Some of them are just like, why would they choose this game? Yeah, but I'm never mad at the fact that they're doing it, even if they're bad. Like, I think it's still fun.
Absolutely, I want them to keep going.
Yeah, and I'm glad, like, Mario, for instance, did insanely well. Yep. That they have these successes to keep gambling on it, because there are some good ones that come out of it. Mm-hmm.
Keep them coming, Hollywood.
I'll keep eating them up. I don't know. Is there like one you would want to see?
I want to see Getting Over It as a movie.
An abstract version, or literally dude sitting in a pot with a hammer.
It can be like a comedy road trip movie where there's a guy, he's in a cauldron, he's got a hammer, and there's like some like he's like, this is me. My whole life, I've been trying to get to the top.
It's got to have, what's his name? Benny Foddy? Or something? Bennett Foddy. Yep. Is he the narrator, or he made the game?
I think it's both.
Both. I need him to narrate it.
Yeah.
Not be the guy, but narrate it for sure.
That's the next big hit for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's got to be in the works, I'm sure.
Definitely.
I do want to hear both. I want to hear the real deep into the FNAF lore people's opinions.
Yeah.
And I also want to hear people that have no idea what the hell this is.
True.
And what they thought about the movie. Because just as a movie with no context going in, I wonder what people would think.
Probably not much, yeah. Probably.
I mean, based on the critics' reception, probably not great.
And the people who are really into it don't really care if it's a good movie or not. They're just like, that thing, that thing.
Yeah.
They're not looking for a good movie. They're looking for references per second.
But it's like the Mario movie, for example. Like, it's not fantastic, but it was a good time. And even though there was constant references, but they were done in a silly way. And it's just a fun movie. And also because it is a kid's movie. It knows its tone, at least. And it sticks to that tone.
True.
You know what you're getting when you go into it. It's a fun time. A fun romp. But this
fun romp.
Since this doesn't know what it wants to be.
I love a fun romp.
Yeah. Well, who wants, you don't want to have an unfun romp.
Lame romp.
Just a normal romp? When's the last time you just romped?
Exactly. It's got to be a fun romp if I'm going to watch it.
I mean, everyone knows one of the best things someone can wear is a romper.
True. I forgot that was a thing, but you're right.
Rompers are incredible.
Rompers. I love some rompers.
Oh, right at the end, she gets stabbed by is the father stab her? She gets stabbed. Vanessa gets stabbed.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
And then she's in the hospital for like weeks. That seems a little dramatic, but maybe not. I've never gotten stabbed, to be fair. I don't know. And then I think Mike is like, he's like, thanks her or something. He's like, I'm glad you were there. Or, thanks for everything you did. And I'm like, she didn't do shit.
Yeah.
She made everything worse.
She shot him and didn't do anything.
Yeah. Would have been better off without her there.
When Abby is like, can we go back and see them? And he's like, yeah. Basically, I'm like, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the pile of rubble and go see them? What do you mean you're going to go see them?
Would have been better as a found footage only from the security camera kind of movie.
True. I'm surprised they didn't have a security camera scene with him switching the cameras.
Yeah, like they did kind of establish a thing, but nothing really scary happened with security cameras, really.
Yep.
I'm definitely surprised they didn't do more with the security cameras. Missed opportunity. Maybe in the sequel. Probably not.
We got room for all of this stuff. The sequel's just going to be 10 out of 10. They're saving it.
They learned from their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I did like how I think there was actually 5 nights in the movie.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
That would be a nice detail.
Pretty sure there was 5 nights that transpired.
But okay.
So,
hell yeah.
Bonus points for that. They timed it with 5. Good job, guys. If that's correct.
Could be.
It's also the number 2 movie right now in America.
Damn, what's number 1?
The Marvels.
Surprising. Okay.
I am surprised. Well, that's it for Five Nights at Freddy's. Not a whole lot to really dissect. It's just...
It's a Freddy. It's a Freddy movie. If you know Freddy, you know what you're getting into, baby.
Yep. If you know Freddy, you've probably already seen it. But if you know Freddy, watch it. If you don't know Freddy,
watch Freddy.
But yeah, so for next week's episode, which we definitely aren't going to film right now. Next week's episode, we are. I'm suggesting.
Hope you're still wearing the Freddy suit.
Yeah.
God.
I'll change clothes. But next week, we're going to watch a Korean film that I've suggested called Decision to Leave. It's directed by the same director as a movie called Old Boy, which is a very popular Korean film that actually got re-released recently in theaters, but it was a very good Korean film. The Korean one, not the American remake. Don't watch that. But Old Boy,
Yep.
Same director, which I believe it's Park Chan-wook. But yeah, so Decision to Leave is next week's movie. Tune in for that. This was Five Nights at Freddy's, baby! Woo!
Freddy boy.
You survived. It's 6 a.m. or 5, is it 5 a.m., 6 a.m.?
6 a.m.
6, you survived at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Woo! You gotta put that right at the very end.
We'll do. Freddy's!
Freddy!
We out. Thank you so much for listening. Off Angle is once again brought to you by me and Tony. The music track in the background was created by Tony, as well as random sounds that came out of my mouth upon request. We can be found on all social medias at Off Angle Pod. And also be sure to leave us a rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'd really appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.